Today, I'm focusing on one specific thread from the David and Celeste case, the missing finger, the Sukuna reference, and why people are connecting these pieces symbolically. Hi, I am ACAB True Crime. I look at true crime through psychology, media narratives, and systemic failures through an abolitionist and anti-capitalist lens. I have over a decade of clinical work, research, and training in psychology, including forensic psychology, correctional psychology, and forensic mental health. I use that background to break down cases, power dynamics, public narratives, and court documents without pretending the criminal legal system is giving us the full truth. Clear from the beginning, I'm not saying anime caused anything. I'm not saying symbolism proved an allegation. I'm looking at how finger-related details show up across the public reporting, case documents, and David's own media. So this is not the whole David Symbolic Universe video. I'm keeping this one focused on the missing fingers thread, and I'll save the bigger Tommy persona building discussion for the next live or for the next section. Okay, so now I want to go through some of the media and symbolic references people have connected to this case. I'm looking for patterns, themes, and symbolism that people keep bringing up in relation to this trial. There's one video that has been getting a lot of attention, and I believe it is definitely intriguing and worth talking about now. And that comes from one of David's TikTok videos that he made. It's from day 11 on his Withered Tour. The Withered Tour is a world tour that David was taking and had to cancel during the time that Celeste's body was found in his front truck. And also the album released the day after he allegedly red-rummed Celeste. So I'll just show it to you now. It's really short, and then I will speak about the things that are getting talked about with this.
Original state of law day 11. Currently wrapping up the one and only original Sukuna's finger from Sukuna. And
Cool. Friend.
original Lord, currently wrapping up the one and only original Sukuna's finger from Sukuna.
So for anyone unfamiliar with Sukuna's fingers, it is a major Jujutsu Kaisen reference, and I'm gonna read from a little page right here. So Jujutsu Kaisen, because I didn't know about any of this stuff before now, is a Japanese dark fantasy manga series named Royomen Sukuna. So, okay. Just so you kind of get the general idea, I'm not going to go down a rabbit hole with this stuff in terms of the anime. To make a long story short, very, very brief overview of what the symbolism is behind the Sukuna's finger in the Jujutsu Kaisen is that so it's kind of complicated. Hello, this is future me. I just wanted to pause and clarify the reason I'm spending time on the Sukuna reference. The reason it matters here is because David publicly referenced Sukuna's finger, and Sukuna's fingers are not just random objects in that story. They are severed, mummified, cursed objects connected to power, possession. Also, just want to make sure that I mention, because I don't think I did in all of that, that Sukuna actually had to eat these mummified fingers. Actually 20 of them that were tied to possession and agents of chaos, and it would give him eternal life and power. Kind of separately, but within the same vein, there's another detail that people have also discussed that relates to fingers and severed fingers. We know that on the medical examination of Celeste, her autopsy, it comes back that she is missing 2 fingers. And I'll show you right here. Here we can see on the medical examiner's autopsy, down by her fingers, it says that she has a tattoo that says on her pointer finger. Over here on her left hand, so this is right hand, it says her 2 left fingers are absent. So these 2 fingers are absent. So there's something that I want to share with you guys now about those specific fingers and David and Celeste. Here is an article from Fox LA that talks about new details about Celeste after she was found in David's car. This was published like right near the time that it happened last September, which is when her body was found. And they say here, previously, the Los Angeles Police Department reported the victim was 5'2" with wavy black hair and a tattoo on her right index finger, reading on it. And she was found wearing a tube-top black leggings, a stud earring, and a yellow metal chain bracelet. And that is what I believe the LA police put out when they originally found the body, just to try to gather information about who the victim may have been before they were able to do DNA testings and find out who exactly it was. And so we know there that she was found with her pointer finger intact on her right hand, and that it had a tattoo that said "shh" on it that they could still read. And that's interesting because it was her left 2 fingers, her pinky and her ring finger on her left hand, that were found missing. However, we end up then finding out, or we've seen, this has been previously reported as well. And hold on, let me see here. Here's previously reported, David and victim actually had matching tattoos. And here, this is TMZ, published September 17th, so the same day that the other article that I just found from Fox LA was published. But here we can see the same tattoo on his, yeah, that's also on his right index finger. So they had matching tattoos, which this is actually a pretty popular tattoo. We've seen like other famous people get it. I think Rihanna was one of the first people to get it. We can't say for sure that this connects them 100%, but it is an interesting fact since her body was found in his car, that they probably, been reported that they also had an intimate relationship with one another as well. It's interesting that he didn't cut off that finger. The neck part is less confirmed, but I still think it's worth showing because it connects directly to the finger detail. I am going to show you guys a post from someone that posted on Reddit saying that this was screenshots of some things that had been posted by Celeste on Instagram. And I have a little bit more details and screenshots of the Reddit conversation, but let's watch the video now, and then I'll show you that after the video.
What are you doing, Zoe? Please love this. What are you doing?
So this Lover 444 is allegedly Celeste's Instagram. So this is the story behind the OP and why she has access to these screenshots. She says, well, we first found out about her because I'm guessing he accidentally reposted her story, but no, it wasn't public knowledge. They were in a relationship at the point of these screenshots. At the point of these screenshots, her account only had 130 followers and she was private. Still not sure why she accepted me. And then the OP says, he also deleted it after I screenshotted this, so I'm guessing he accidentally reposted it or meant to post it to his close friends. And the OP says 19th of December 2023 was the first time he reposted what Celeste had here. Okay, here's another question. Why do you have these? She said, yeah, the reason I screenshotted them once is because the lucky one was my question, and the other one I literally just thought the tattoo was cute at the time, not knowing her age. If you look closely in the screen recording of the post that Celeste made, there's one where the OP posted, not gonna lie, David's really hot, and the other person was like, too bad. And then she holds up her ring finger, and you can see the word David tattooed on her left finger. So that's pretty crazy that that's the missing finger. And whether any of this means anything legally, I think it helps explain why people became fixated on this finger detail specifically. So that's the missing finger thread as I understand it right now. The public Sukuna's finger reference, the medical examiner / autopsy detail about Celeste's missing fingers, the intact tattoo used in identifying her, and the matching tattoo reporting, and the alleged screenshots involving a David finger tattoo. For me, this is why the missing finger detail stands out. It's visually striking, it's symbolically loaded, and it sits in a case where identity, secrecy, jealousy, violence, and public image are already major themes. The next layer, in my opinion, is autonomy. That's where this gets less about one reference and more about a whole public character system involving pain, alter ego, hidden selves, fantasy, violence. I'm going to save that for the next live or for the next video because I think it deserves its own space. Thank you so much for being here. If you haven't, please consider subscribing. And if you like the video, please like the video. Peace and love. ACAB out. Bye.